Greetings, Hotep Tendaimwadi. Greetings, family. This is Shakara representing for Gotkush TV, and I have the pleasure of being able to speak to one of the stalwart Pan-Africanists in our global African community today. He goes by the name of Brother Kemi Seba. Greetings, Brother Kemi.
Peace be upon to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us, and welcome to Gotkush TV. Yes, I bet this is your first time. First time. Yes, yes.
But I know you since a long time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I follow the news of your channel, and I respect your work. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, and we guarantee it won't be the last time that you're on Gotkush TV. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, just to let you know, we're both victims of colonial languages. Yeah. So Brother Kemi speaks French fluently, and I speak English fluently, and neither of us.
It's that I understand English 100%.
Yes,
but my English is not fluent, so I will start in English.
Yes.
But if you speak too quickly, I will speak French.
No problem.
Okay.
But we have a beautiful sister from Nigeria who also speaks French very fluently. So if the language barrier gets to be too much, then we will just ask her to step in and assist, brothers and sisters. But let that be a lesson that we need to, get beyond the colonial language barrier and begin to speak in our African languages. Would you agree, Brother Kemi?
I agree, definitely.
Do you speak an African language?
Fon, I understand Fon, language of my father,
Yes.
and Mina less is as the language of my mother. Yeah.
So do you see our indigenous African languages as important to our liberation or freedom?
Definitely, I think that it's important, but we need to precise one fact, that the biggest mistake of the French colonialists was to force the people to use his language, because now there is some people who are different original language. In Benin, is different from in Ivory Coast. In Benin, is different from in Cameroon. But now, with this mistake of French colonialists who force us to speak his language, we can understand each other, and I think that we can use this wall for build the road. So I'm against, of course, French influence and French colonialism. Everybody knows that. But during this war, I will use their language against them.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you, because one of the things that I'm trying to do at the moment is to learn to speak French. Purely because so many Africans speak French, yeah? As I was saying off camera, English-speaking people are the laziest when it comes to languages.
I wouldn't say that. I let you this responsibility.
No, it is true. Because what it is that because English is so dominant in the world, we feel that we don't have to learn to speak other languages, right? So do you think that is important then for Africans to learn to speak another language, even if it's a colonial language, for the purpose of communication?
Definitely, I think that all of us, we need to learn first Swahili.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because it's the most important language in Africa, most spoken. I need to precise that. And I think that in the future, our children or grandchildren will speak this language, and if there is a United States of Africa, I probably think, and I pray for that it will be the official language for all the country, for all the United States of Africa. So we need to think about it deeply for be ready for the future. First, after that, I think that we need definitely to speak many languages, because I travel everywhere in the world for this struggle. I go in Spanish-speaking country for speak to our people. I go to Portuguese-speaking country for our people, and we can't be divided, disconnected by this problem of language. So we need to learn. I think I didn't learn English in school because I am an autodidact, for be clear. Even if I came in the school like everybody, but I stopped when I was young, and everything I learned politically, culturally, was in the streets, in fact. And I learned English by people like Khalid Mohammed, who was my father, spiritual father, and like people like Tupac, or people like Fela Kuti, the father of one of my best friends, Sheun Kuti.
Okay.
And it's the same way for Spanish. We need to learn for create road between each part of our people. I think that is very important to understand that Pan-Africanism is not one section. It's all the section unified. The problem we have in English-speaking country in a black French-speaking country is each of us, we think that we are the Pan-Africanism. But in fact, we are one section, only one little section of Pan-Africanism. When I go to Brazil and I see my people, my brother and beloved sister, what I see is it's a real way of Pan-Africanism too, and we need to learn from them, and they need to learn from us. So it's a global exchange, I think, and yeah, it's important to learn many languages in my mind.
I was going to ask you about Swahili, so we'll come back to that in a second. What I want to first ask you about is your organization, Urgence Pan-Africaniste.
Pan-African Emergency. You can
I know. I was going to translate, but I was going to try my French. You know,
You can start again.
It's cool. But yes, it translates as Pan-African Emergencies. Which sounds like. Forgive me, but it sounds like it's a unique name, a strange name for an organization. I should say in terms of how it sounds in English. But to call the organization Pan-African Emergencies. So why did you choose that as the name of the organization?
In fact, when you understand the context, I think that it's not strange because our people is dying. Definitely. And where people who are dying where we can save or solve the problem is in an hospital, where in the emergency section there is a lot of illness, as said Frantz Fanon about our people. There is a brainwashed mind, alienation. You say that in English? Okay. Psychological problem, economical problem, political problem, cultural problem, and all these problems are illness. And for solve this problem, medicine is best qualified for solve that. And I think that the Pan-Africanism is the greatest of all time medicine for solve all these problems. So you understand why we use the term Pan-African Emergency.
Right. Okay. So in saying that, then, because
I don't need to translate in fact.
I know. I was gonna say, I was gonna say. I was gonna say. I know the audience is wondering. I thought the brother said he was not fluent in English.
No, I'm not. I think that I'm really deeply better in French. But
I probably agree with you. At the same time, your English is better than my French, and your.
It's not difficult.
And also, I'm gonna go as far as to say your English is better than some other people's English. No. So you know what I mean. So that's fine. But in that respect, because Pan-African Emergencies, now you started an organization in a time where many people say that Pan-Africanism has failed, that Pan-African organizations are outdated, that they are not serving the people, that they're in a dreamland. It's a fantasy. Pan-Africanism is a fantasy.
And there is people in the United States, I don't remember the names that they took, but they speak bad about Pan-Africanism.
You're speaking of the ADOS movement. Yes.
So, I don't want to attack people.
Yes, sir.
And I think that we need to have love between each of us. If there is people who attack Pan-Africanism, it's because there was too much Pan-Africanism in the last day. Who were hustlers, who were not serious. And we didn't care seriously about the problem of our people. We didn't risk their life. They just took the dashiki. Dashiki and create Otep. We work like that. And Ramses 555, Tutankhamun 102. That's the problem. And with this kind of attitude, you can't have the respect or the brother who are or sister who are in doubt about this doctrine. So if you want to be respected, you need to show in your struggle a respect for your people. That's the point. So for this reason, when some people are talking to me about Hado movement, in Africa, somebody are angry, and I say, you make a mistake. That's not them the problem. The problem is the people who rise with the title of Pan-Africanism. That's the real problem. I risked my life for this struggle.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
was put in jail 3 times for this struggle.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes,
I was deported 4 times
Yes, sir.
from 4 countries for this struggle. All the black youths in Africa and in the French-speaking diaspora know that it's not a game. And the only people who try to fight us inside our people are the people who are paid by the enemy, the white oligarchy, and in front of them the Zionist oligarchy for trying to destabilize us.
Yes, sir.
But they are not able to destabilize our ancestors.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So in that sense then, because I heard you say once that we speak a lot about the achievements of our great ancestors, but we're not doing enough to build upon the work that they did. Yeah. So I know we're going to come on to the CFA Franc in a second.
Yeah.
But what do you think that? So we look at the Sankara, we look at the Lumumba, the Nkrumah.
I love them.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I need to be clear because maybe they could have could have sort of misunderstood about that. I don't know if there is some people who love deeply more these ancestors than me. For be clear, when I am in jail, I pray with their name. I pray God and I pray His angel, Zeha, His angel, the God of our ancestors. But I think that there is one mistake that some people make in the Pan-Africanist way. Is they create some kind of spookism. They think that the struggle is only to speak about the past. The past struggle, but there is a modern struggle now.
Yes, that's right.
You understand? Our country, our nation, our people is destroyed everywhere in the world in the 21st century. And what is our answer? Speak about Sankara, Lumumba? No. The best way to honor Sankara, Lumumba, Winnie Mandela, who is probably the greatest of all of them, okay, is to fight today. Not only make spookies, but when I say that, in the same way I write books, in the same way I'm journalist at the TV in many African TV, you know, in the same way I try to teach to our youth how to think in this geopolitical world, you know. But we need to work and to struggle because there is a real fight against these demons of capitalism today who try to destabilize our country, to try to rob all our resources, you know, rob, is that correct? Yeah. And I think that the best way to honor this ancestor is to work today.
Yes, sir.
That's my big difference.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With, in my mind, with the OTEP movement.
Yes,
I love them deeply.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Deeply.
No, you're correct.
But there is a little difference because when I was young, Kemi Seba came from Medunature. You know, Kemi Black, Seba, the translation of my surname, Stelio, who means star. I didn't raise myself and say I'm a star. No, that was the translation of my name.
Yes, sir.
But I studied the Medunature when I was 20 years. There is a long time ago, in fact. Okay. But after that, I understood that we can't resume the fight to the study of Medunature, the study of Abydos, the study of Memphis, the study of other assets. No, other assets are in ourselves. But we need to continue the struggle now, economical struggle, political struggle. And in this way, Kemet is alive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if we only speak about the past, Otep, Anku Jaseneb, Atona Ang Panecha Wanan Ki Oritepef, that's a prayer. Pray, but after that, act.
Right.
That's the best prayer.
Yes, well, you're certainly doing that. And one of the things that you've done is to highlight the issue of the CFA Franc, yeah? I'm sure you're going to...
Maybe I will need translation now.
Right? Okay.
Because it's technical.
All right. No, we're not going to go into the CFA Franc now because I'm sure you're going to speak about it, yeah? Right. But what I do want to ask you, though, because obviously we understand that the CFA Franc is one issue in what we call neo-colonialism.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah. So there's a bigger, and I've heard you say this, that there is a bigger...
Definitely.
Right?
In fact, the white press, and sometimes the African press, makes these mistakes to focus our struggle only on the fact of CFA Franc. But when we speak about CFA Franc, we can't disconnect this issue from the global issue of neo-colonialism. French Afrique, we speak about that when you speak about French colonialism. French Afrique, that's the official term. And I think that when we use this term, when we start to fight against CFA Franc, it was for give a concrete example for the grassroots of what is neo-colonialism, you know? Because when we speak about the corruption of the elite, some people will say, but everybody is corrupted. That's not wrong, definitely, at different degree, but that's not wrong. And when we speak about the military bases, some people will say we don't see them everywhere. That's correct. They are in some city in the nation, but not everywhere. But when you speak about CFA Franc in the African French-speaking country, everybody uses that. So it's very concrete. And it was an example, an opportunity for us for make, how to express that in English, I try to find my word, social engineering for rise our people, you know. I don't know if you saw the movie Inception. Yeah. Pan-Africanism is inception for black people. You put an idea in the mind of people and you try to push them to act and to resist. That's our struggle, and I think that we work good in this way. Right. Yeah, we try to do.
Yes, sir. The work has been excellent. It's just unfortunate that the language barrier means that I hear you, but it's not just your responsibility, it's all of our responsibility. Definitely. In the sense of the fact that
I accept this responsibility because you know, I started in the English-speaking country. That's crazy, but it was when I came to Los Angeles when I was 18 that I started the struggle. So if I took time, I had took time in the past, I think that it could be more easier for us to share information, and try to unify. But today I will do that. In the next year, I swear to the God of our ancestors that I will try to go everywhere in the English-speaking nation and Spanish-speaking nation for try to bring the information. That's very important. Yeah.
Right. No, I hear that, because this is my final question. Is around this, because you are very well known in the French-speaking African world, and also there are Africans who are very well known in the English-speaking African world that are not as well known in the French-speaking African world.
Like
major problem.
I don't remember his name. P.L.O. Lumumba.
Right.
Yeah, who is not known in a French-speaking country, but who is a very good guy. Brother Umar Johnson, who is a beloved brother and a real soldier, who is well known in English-speaking country, not enough in my mind in French-speaking country.
What about Julius Malema?
That's my brother.
Yeah, but is he known in French-speaking African countries?
Because it's that's different. All the people I speak
grassroots
is from the grassroots and work inside the grassroots in the civil society. Julius is a politician, so everybody know. Not enough in my mind, but everybody who love Africa know this brother, and I think that in the future he will do. I wish that he could be able to do a great job, but with Oppenheimer, with the debate structure and all this kind of bullshit, excuse me to be like that, but it's difficult for a politician to work, and that's for this reason that I think that the 21st century will be the century of the civil society and the grassroots. Many politicians or many ministers in African government send me message saying to me that you are more known than us. Than me. Yes, that's exactly what they said to me. Some of them try to buy us. They are not able because we don't have price. But I think that the things are changing now. And people don't respect anymore classic political way. They want to invent a new kind of politics. Right. Politics come from politeia, who means people who participate to the life of the city. All of us who are politicians in the original name. Yes, sir. I think that's important to precise that.
Yes, sir. So my last question then: what do we need to do? What do we need to do to bring more unity between the French-speaking and the English-speaking African world? Practically.
Concretely, but practically, speak exactly like we speak now.
Yes, sir.
I think that with love, we can do everything. If we try to destroy jealousy, because the problem is each time there is some brother or sister who come to become well known, the first problem in our community is jealousy. I know exactly what I'm talking about. That's the first. The second, we need to share love between us. We need to support each other. It's important, and we need to try to see what are the news in the English-speaking country, and in the English-speaking country, black people need to see what's happened in the French or black French-speaking country. I think that with this exchange of information, we say that, yeah. I think that many things will change.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Brother Kemi. Kings and Queens, yeah. Stay tuned to the name, search the name, yeah. And if you're on YouTube, click that little button that gives the subtitles so you can understand what is being said. As Brother Kemi is saying, it's very important that we search the news that is taking place all over the African world, wherever languages Africans are speaking. Give thanks for being here. Kemi Seba, Got Kush TV. You ain't got nothing if you ain't got Kush. Bless up. Yeah, thank you, brother. Got Kush TV. After a brief sabbatical, your #1 black conscious media platform is back. Since 2015, Got Kush TV has blazed a trail in creating high-quality cultural content for the black community UK and worldwide. We've rolled out the red carpet to the widest array of community organizations ever on one visual media platform, bringing you events like Messiah Storm, the Black Marketing Film Festival, ALD, the Black Genius Festival, to name but a few. We launched UK Fire 32, your #1 platform for artists with message in the music. We dropped the trailer for the group economic show, and you made it viral. We brought you heavyweights like Swiss, Mota Baruka, Robin Walker, Esther Stanford, Kane Andrews, The Flowicist, Omar, Jahazel, Raspek, Firebingi, Cheryl Phoenix, Dead Press, KRS-One, and more. We collaborated with Defenders Entertainment to drop the Black Lives Matter mixtape and launched our music video production services from this project. Now, with such a monumental track record, it's time to launch Phase 2, Got Kush 2.0. Building on this strong foundation, we've been working hard behind the scenes, getting ready to move into the next stage of development, bringing you new shows, higher quality, and of course, fresh edutainment. Stay tuned for more UK Fire 32, the #1 platform for bars of substance, bringing you an array of artists spitting the finest in all forms of black music, from the up-and-coming to the fully established. We whet your appetite with the trailer, and soon we will be releasing the full pilot episode of the group economic show, soon to be followed by regular installments as we raise the financial literacy and economic productivity of our community. Look out for the new shows. The Insight, hosted by Got Kush's own Shakara, as he kicks the ballistics and drops the cultural scientifics with weekly breakdowns looking deep into all issues pertaining to black culture. And Decipher, home of Got Kush TV in-depth discussion and fiery debate, a dynamic panel ready to exchange opinions on all the topical issues of the day. All this, plus the community news, views and reviews you are used to. And there's more. Our production team is available for hire to cover your events and all filming needs. Contact us at gotkushtv.co.uk for more information. Stand by all black businesses, as we have monumental advertising, sponsorship and networking opportunities coming your way soon. And very soon. To stay on board the Got Kush train, there's 4 things you can do. 1. Subscribe to our channel. Click that bell and join us at Got Kush TV on all social media. 2. Like. Let us know you're feeling our content by hitting that ever so important button of approval. 3. Comment. Give us your feedback and opinions in the comment section. 4. Share. Spread the word by hitting that share button and exposing your circle to the magnificence that is GKTV. Stay tuned for more developments in the pipeline. We look forward to you joining us as we continue to develop fresh, multifaceted content from black music to black group economics and more, bringing you the complete picture of black culture. Got Kush TV. Beyond entertainment, beyond debates, we put the power in black media. Got Kush TV is supported by Better Marketing Mastery, Defenders Entertainment, the Manhood Academy for Boys, Center of Pan-African Thought, Black History Walks, the Al-Kebo Land Revivalist Movement, and Marifa Circle.
Achomi na ajele gbojo kwe ni biane nyenko Got Kush TV nyeyiradon. My name is Na Ajele Gbojo Kwe, and right now you're watching Got Kush TV. Thank you.